Hey guys, it's Lasse Walker tuning in from Cape Town, South Africa. Luckily not in Holland at the Kitemana office. I am here on behalf of Kitemana to show you the brand new Evo SLS from Duotone Kiteboarding. This is the second version of the already super popular Evo SLS. It's a sort of sportier version of the normal Evo, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Alright, so just like before on the previous version of the Evo SLS, it is a pulley-less bridle system. This results in a super direct feel, but it also gives the kite a lot more stability, especially in strong winds. With this kind of bridle setup, the designer can really sort of force the kite to stay in a certain position, which makes it a super comfortable feel and gives you a lot of control in higher winds. So just like on all of the kites we have in the Duotone range and also on the SLS range, obviously, is that there's different trimming options on the trailing edge of the kite. So we have a soft setting, a medium setting and a hard setting. And what this setting does is it gives a different feel on the bar with the same kite. And if, for example, you put it on the soft setting, which would be really nice for people that want the kite to be a bit faster, want a lighter bar pressure and after overall softer feel and handling. If you put the kite on the hard setting, this will be super good if you're into unhooking or jumping big or doing kite loops and mega loops. And with the hard setting, you'll get more bar pressure, more steering pressure. The turning radius of the kite will be a little bit bigger, which will create more power in the higher end and gives you more performance. And then there's the medium setting, which is actually the standard setting, which combines the best of both worlds. Alright, so the biggest thing about the SLS kites in the Duotone range is that the kites are built with the Penta TX material instead of using Dacron, which is normally used on basically any kite in the whole industry. What the biggest two things about the Penta TX materials are is that one is that it's way lighter. The SLS kites with the Penta TX material are around 15% lighter than other original classic designed kites, which already is a super significant difference of 15%, so that's huge. But actually the real difference comes with the Penta TX material is the stiffness in any direction. So with this new stiff material on the whole frame of the kite, on the leading edge and the struts, is that the designer can make sort of a whole new wing shape idea with the whole kite, which was previously just not possible. So with this, for example, it's possible to make the diameter of the leading edge much thinner to make the kite faster and basically better for everything. And so with the whole Penta TX material on the leading edge and most of the struts, the kite actually got so stiff that it wasn't really possible to give a really soft and nice handling that the designers wanted, and that's where they introduced the flex strut. The flex strut is basically the strut that's most towards the wingtip with a super flexible material, which is it's much thinner and lighter and gives the kite a sort of a stretching zone to make it super fast and agile and give it a super nice feeling. And right now with the flex strut, they've given it one stroke of the Penta TX material to make it super stiff along the inner side, and give it the flex strut material along the outside to still give it that really dancey and flexible feel. So overall, looking at the Evo SLS, it looks super similar as it has done last year. It's a 3-strut bow kite with the Penta TX material. Although last year was already a super good success, this year they've made the kite much more user-friendly. I've been riding the 10-meter a bunch here in Cape Town on the days that it's not as strong. So like days where I'd normally be riding and thinking like, it's not windy enough or I don't really like it. This 10-meter Evo SLS has really given me so much fun and makes it so easy to jump high and do kite loops and everything I wanted, and give it a super comfortable and relaxed feel whilst still performing like crazy, because it's unreal how relaxed you can be riding, and then you want to jump and then all of a sudden it's easy to jump, I don't know, 5 meters when you're barely even powered and just have a really good time. So This isn't mine yet. I just borrowed this one to make this video for you guys, but I would definitely like to add a 10 meter Evo SLS to my quiver. Yes, also new for the Evo SLS this year is that we've added a 13 and a 14 meter to the lineup, which makes a lot of sense because in the bigger kites the structure makes even more sense to keep it stiff, and the weight savings are so significant to really make this a really fun kite to play with when it's not as windy. Alright, that was pretty much the info I have about the Evo SLS for this year. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, the Kitemana crew. Check out the website, the Duotone website, Kitemana reviews, whatever you like, and we'll be happy to help you out and see what we can do for you.